You know, people ask us why we decided to live the full-time RV life, to be nomads, and it's primarily because we hated being stuck. We just absolutely hate being stuck. So we sold our house, sold our sticks and bricks for us to move. Into a driveway in the suburbs. Now come on, ain't this better?
Hey y'all!
Hello!
Travel day for us is going to be our first time Moochdocking ever on
A driveway!
Yay! We're going to go see family. We're so excited.
Yep, and it'll be our first time on 15 amp, so we'll see exactly what we can do on 15 amp. As far as our drive goes, we're driving through Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is a beautiful state to drive through.
And so pretty. I'll be talking to Matthew and it'll be like squirrel moment. I'm like, look at that, look at that. I mean, it was like, what, cliffs sticking out of trees and stuff.
Yeah, big pillars of rock sticking up, and then going through all the cutout rock faces, and their rocks are unique looking too when you go by them.
We have really enjoyed our time in Wisconsin, and we can't wait to come back and spend more time in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that.
One other thing that I wanted to add, I don't know about Matthew, he's the driver, but I'm a little nervous because it's our first time pulling into a subdivision with our RV, aka Lady Belle. I don't know if y'all have heard us say the name yet, but we have named her. It's just like, it's exciting, but first times are always a little nervous, right?
Yeah, because my only really nervous point is I don't want to get stuck.
Right.
I don't want to get in a position where I just can't get out of it. And I know that's not likely to happen, and we'll just keep praying about it as we go, so hopefully everything is fine.
We will let y'all know how we made it.
Yes.
Trying to steal my sandwich.
I'm like, I don't want this crunchy nut thing.
He doesn't want it because he's a nut. Leave a comment below. Hashtag Matthew's a nut. You look good on the mailboxes. Okay, you're clear of the basketball goal. Okay. So you wanted me to look before the tires came in, right? The bed rail looks fine. It's leaning more on the driver's side. Yeah, it looks good. As it goes on the rim. I thought it went on the inside for some reason.
No, that's so to encourage it to slide down. Alright, we're Moochdocking and we're hooked up to a residential water supply. I had problems hooking up the pressure regulator, water pressure regulator. The O-ring was all messed up. So we got that going, and then as soon as I turned on the water, I noticed that we were getting 70 psi. So I knew that wasn't good, but it wasn't that much higher above normal. We wanted it at 60 or 55. So then we fixed the pressure regulator so it was at 58, and then we went inside to see how the water was. No water. And then we went in the bathroom. No water, just a buzzing sound. Come to find out, that buzzing sound that we heard was this. I hooked up fresh water into the black tank flush instead of hooking it up into the freshwater tank. So all I was doing is sending water to a place where it doesn't need any.
And we don't have full hookup, so why is that bad that you put water in the black tank?
Because there seems to be no honey wagons in the area, and we'd have to go huff it down the road in order to dump it. But we are at somebody's house, so we do have access to a restroom, but it's just kind of a nuisance to start out our trip with a full black tank.
And also, we caught it before it exploded through the toilet, which we've heard stories like that too.
There's many ways where this could have gone horribly wrong, but as I've been told several times now, stupid mistakes that end up not being very consequential can be a huge blessing, because now we know to make sure I don't do this again.
So let's see. This is where he was supposed to hook it. That's where he hooked it.
They couldn't make it any more obvious, but I still just missed it.
I don't know if y'all can tell. This is Matthew's trash can. It broke all these little pieces in the smithereens, see? And it was stuck behind this slide right here. And when both slides are in, you can't really see around the corner. So as the slide opened up, I think the trash can was behind there. It's just plastic, so it didn't hurt the slide, it hurt the trash can. But please be careful when you let the slides out. I mean, we learned a lesson too. You just let it out a little bit until maybe you can squeeze by or your spouse can squeeze by. And you got to look behind these slides, because just because you see it from the front doesn't mean there's not nothing hiding behind that corner. So please check the slides. That's the BDR PSA announcement for today, y'all. Okay, so I want to give y'all an update about healthcare on the road. My wellness exam was due, and I needed a prescription to be refilled. And my original doctor that had wrote the prescription would refill it without me getting my annual exam or your wellness exam. And we're not in our home state for insurance, so we knew we would be visiting family in the state of Minnesota. And so we looked, we have Florida Blue through Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so we looked on their website for, what is it called, in-network doctors that we could go to. So we found one, scheduled my wellness exam, and you just go in there, present your insurance card, and they scheduled my wellness exam. I was able to get a refill for the medicine that I'm on for 6 months at least, and we're hoping to establish with a doctor in our home state that does televisits, so when I need a refill for my medicine, then I don't need to physically go into an office. Hopefully they can refill it with a teledoc. And we use CVS, which we highly recommend, because that has just been a flawless system. Like every state we've been through, if my prescription comes up for a refill, then I'll just call, or you can go on the CVS app now and you can just transfer it from one CVS pharmacy to the next and pick it up. So that procedure has been flawless, and so far the getting healthcare outside the state has worked too, and that was for a wellness exam. Did you have any other?
CVS accepts GoodRx, so if your insurance price isn't good on your medicine, try GoodRx. It's been really good for us.
So that's what we've experienced so far on the road. You can get your wellness exam outside of your home state. Just make sure that you find a doctor that is in network.
clean. He tried to make sure there was minimal drippage, if any, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And he had a great personality. It was a great experience, very quick, very clean, not messy at all.
Moochdocking in the suburbs. We are plugged up in the garage, so we need 15 amps, but we're 50 amp RV. And then we have our, I don't know if it's going to show up, our surge protector, and then our dog bone that goes from 50 to 30, and then from 30 to 15, and then we have our green extension cord. It's plugged up in the wall. It's behind that orange extension cord. And then we have water. We have our water regulator, splitter, filter, and we have two 25 hoses and then 130 hoses to reach. And then it goes under the RV. It comes out there. So this is Moochdocking in the suburbs. Moochdocking in the suburbs. And he's got his grill out. Well, the Blackstone. The sun's shining. Let me come on this side. And he did a redneck contraption. Why? Why did you make our Blackstone look like that?
Because it's really windy and the wind will reduce the temperature, and I'm making burgers, so I need it to be a good temperature. And the ones from Blackstone probably work really well, but I'm sure they're expensive, and this was $1.
At our favorite store, the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Good morning. We are currently Moochdocking, and tomorrow we are headed out to Iowa, but since we're Moochdocking, we need to find a dump station. So we're fixing to drive to the local campground to see if it's feasible to dump our tanks there on the way out to Iowa. So that's what we're on a mission to find. It'll be our first time looking for a dump station, right?
Yeah, our very first time.
Yeah.
In this Moochdocking, we've gotten to use a honey wagon for the first time, and now we're going to be using a campground only as a dump station for the first time. Exciting stuff.
Yes. Oh, there's the dump station.
Continue straight, then turn left.
So we go left. Oh, so you could just turn into the dump station from here.
You could. They want you to pay.
So I'm waiting on Matthew. He went in, it's a Saturday, he went in to see if we could go ahead and pay for the dump station for tomorrow. So when we come in here, all we have to do is just circle and go right to the dump station instead of coming through all of the campground just to get back to the dump station. So we'll see if that works, and if so, then that'll be a lot easier because this campground seems really tight and small. Here he comes. Looks like he got to pay. So you got to pay?
I got to pay, and it's open 24/7. So we, as early as we can come here, we can go ahead and do our thing.
I'm glad we thought of that.
You thought of that.
Cool.
You're the genius.
Yay.
So as soon as we
Are ready, we can come dump.
yes, which I'd like to make as early as possible.
Okay.
I like it.
Because I was just telling our peeps that this campground's really small, and to have to drive all the way, and people get up here early, and in Minnesota they love this weather. They're like in shorts. It's like 46 when we woke up this morning. It's only September.
You northern people, you're nuts.
Well,
Just
y'all
have to say.
y'all are just hardy, right?
Nuts.
Us southern people are not hardy people.
No, we're totally sane. Cold weather is cold weather.
Okay, when you mooch dock, there he is.
Uh-oh, what'd I do?
So when you mooch dock, you have to borrow things.
Uh-huh.
And this is probably a ladder from the 1940s. I'm kidding. I don't know how old it is, but we don't have a ladder for the RV yet. Yes, we have a ladder on the back, but we don't have a ladder to get to this lovely awning. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like white marks. And that's sap, but it looks like bird dookie. But it's sap, so we're going to at least try to get as much of the sap off. And this is from Wisconsin Dells, by the way. We will probably always remember Wisconsin Dells because of their tree sap. You could probably bottle it up and sell it as glue to, you know, forget command hooks. You could use sap to just stick to the back of your pictures and it probably wouldn't go anywhere. So that's what we're doing, cleaning sap. Right, so we went to Walmart and we bring all the groceries in and put them on the floor. And then we put them away. Okay, so Matthew decided to come in and help open your spice drawer so they can see how you have your spices organized. And I don't like it because you cannot read. Didn't we say we were going to use that label thing?
Yeah.
And put names on it. I had it all by alphabetical order, so I knew, but he likes to put it, because he's the cook, if y'all didn't know, he likes to put it how he uses them the most, so I still said we should compromise and put labels on them. What do you think about putting labels on them?
Yeah, putting labels on the top is a genius idea, and the ones I use the most are like over here. These are my go-tos for like everyday stuff, and then this is stuff I use once in a while. And these are backups.
It still looks kind of like a hot mess, but this thing was at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, this is really nice.
It's squishy too, so.
And you can put this wherever you want to, the divider.
Okay. And then here's all of our healthy snacks. Well, Chex Mix, and then the chips we eat are baked.
Oven baked, not fried.